Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Mod Everything YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Scott. I'm going to be working on my 1993 C1500 Chevy truck that has an engine swap done on it that you may not have seen before. This here is a 2001 Chevy Malibu 3100 engine with a Chevy Equinox upper plenum and a turbo from a GM 6.5 diesel. What I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to remove the cylinder heads and camshaft and install some upgraded ones. So stay tuned. Alright, so I got my coolant drain in here. I'm going to do a compression test. I haven't done one in a couple years on this thing now. I just want to get an idea of where it's at, in case I find any issues before pulling these heads off, and just kind of see what it will be like after with the heads, if it picks up any or loses some compression. Just be good information to have. So let's get started. So I got the plugs out. I performed my compression test already. The casualty of a plug wire, so I'm gonna have to order some new wires. Results are okay. I got my number one cylinder is down. It's hard to see. Number one's down a little bit, but I'm hoping maybe that's just a valve job, so we're just gonna go ahead and do the heads. Alright, so we've made some progress. Got down this far. I'm going to call it night for tonight. It's getting dark. It's about 10 o'clock now, so I'm gonna, well, it is dark. It's around 10 o'clock, so I'm going to pack it up for tonight. Gotta work tomorrow. And I'll start tackling the other heads tomorrow. I want to pull the plugs out of the block to drain the coolant before spilling it everywhere. So I'll just call it a night for tonight and finish pulling this apart tomorrow. Day 2 here. Just going to remove the block plug now so I can get the coolant out of this side of the block and try to make the least mess as possible. Block plug's right here next to the knock sensor. So I'm just going to pop that out now and get the coolant out. got the turbo off the other side now. I need to start working on the head on the other side. A lot of room now without that turbo in the way. So we'll get started on getting this head off and start putting the heads back on. So just like the other side, there's a block plug down here as well that needs to come out. That's right back there. Alright, so I got the timing cover off now. I have to clean all that old gasket off there. I got a little bit of slack in the chain. I might try to see if a 3900 timing chain tensioner will fit under this cover, or I might just slap it back together. So let me get the cam out and we'll slide the other one in. So as you just saw, I got the head surface all cleaned up there. Got one head tossed on there. Bolts are in, they're not tight yet. This side I gotta toss the gasket on. I got these premium head gaskets here for $8 a piece on Rock Auto, so we'll see if they hold boost. I don't see why not. The Felpros held up pretty good, so we'll test these out and see how they hold up. And if they let go, then we'll just have to start on the other engine. So these are the heads I'm putting on here. They are the older version, which would be the pre-2000. Originally I did these for my Cavalier years ago. I never did finish that, and the car was rotten, so we scrapped it before putting it back together. But ports are opened up pretty good. They do flow decent, so we're gonna give them a shot on this thing. We got stock exhaust valves, 3500 intake valves, and LS6 valve springs. Alright, so head bolts, there's a couple different steps for these. Basically you torque them down, then you torque to yield, which is basically another 90 degrees or so after. I'm going to go by the head bolt spec that came with the bolts I got. I'm using the older Cavalier 2831 head bolts here. They're all the same length and everything as the newer ones, so we're going to use the older ones. It was just cheaper than buying the set of the newer ones, so we'll go with the specs that the bolts have with them instead of the newer 3100 spec. I guess we'll find out if that's an issue or not. Alright, so I'm starting to make some progress here. I've got timing chain on, cams in, timing chain's on. I got the LZ9 / LZ4 timing chain tensioner on here. It's a nice simple setup. I'm going to try that, see how it works. I just reused the timing chain, so hopefully it stays together. Rockers are all done tight. Push rods are all in the correct locations. Just need to get the front cover on now. And the lower intake. Lower intake, I'm just going to reuse the stock one that was on there for now, just to save some time. I'm not quite done with the ported one where I want it to be, so I'm going to do a bit more work on that. And I'll probably swap it over in a month or two. But it should still make some more power even with that intake, since it's got the cam in it and the good head, so I guess we'll see what happens. Didn't record too much. I ended up just trying to get as much done as I could. Just wanted to get this thing back together. I got my catch can temporarily installed there. Still have to run our hose from here just down to where the air filter is going to be in front of the turbo. And I've primed it already, and now it's just time to see if it's going to start. Okay, so it's been a while since I put this thing back together. It's been working alright. I have had a bunch of issues. I fixed the exhaust leak that I had on it. Basically, the V-band flange down here wasn't seated properly. So I got that seated, all tightened up, took care of that leak, and then went to start it again. And this thing would basically die as soon as it go in closed loop. And my O2 sensor took a crap on me, so I finally got that fixed up. Drove it maybe once after that, and then I had to replace this gasket because it blew out on me. And I've basically done this gasket about 3 times now. Last time I thought I had it after sanding the flanges down and everything, but for some reason one of the nuts came loose and blew the gasket out again. So now I got different bolts in there, fresh gasket, resanded the flange down on the belt sander, and it is good now. Cam specs for the regrind, all I have is lift numbers. Basically the intake is around 0.464 lift at the valve, and the exhaust is about 0.477 at the exhaust. That's just sticking the dial indicator on the lifter and turn it over in the block. And that's how I got those measurements. So they're probably not 100% accurate. Still have a little bit of a tick from it. It almost seems like a lifter tick or a rocker tick or something. On the passenger side here, it seems to only be one side. It doesn't really go away when it warms up. It just gets a little quieter. I'm guessing it's either a bad lifter or it's just because my push rod lengths might not be correct. These are just stock push rods. I probably should have actually took time, measured them, and ordered the correct ones, but I just figured I'd try it the way it was. So it has been running pretty good so far. I still need to get the Mega Squirt on there. Intercooler is still not on, and the lower intake still needs to be changed as well. It is a lot more fun to drive anyways, and that's the main thing. Just need to get the bugs worked out of it, which I think a lot of it will be solved just going to the Mega Squirt. So I'll try to get an update as soon as I get some more stuff done. I got some other projects I got to work on right now, so I'll probably get back to this over the winter. So until then, we'll see you in the next one.